What up, man?
I'm here for a reason to deliver a message, and I'm gonna articulate it the best way I can to you. But I am gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I am not sparing. I can't help how people feel. Right? Anybody?
Oh Lord.
Here you go.
Don't worry. I don't. Me that.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. We about to get into it. But before we get into that, let me get into the chat. Miss Chicago, what up, though? Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. Miss Tracy, what up, though? Appreciate you, Miss Tracy. What up, Nine? Commander in the building. Hey, give me 1 second. Yeah, I just wanted to pop on real quick. I ain't gonna probably be too long. It is an open panel. If y'all want to hit the link, feel free to hit the link. We can talk about anything. I did want to talk about a couple things, but yeah, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk too much because I'm gonna say something I ain't supposed to say. But yeah, man, it's this year starting off crazy, man. Especially on YouTube. You know, being a YouTuber, you got to kind of know what's going on. Being a content creator, especially, it's not the fact that we in the sector, you know, we in our own little corner, but you know, we congregate with many different people. So you got to know what's going on, because if you don't, I learned this real quick. You know, if you don't know what's going on, you'll get pulled into some stuff. So you got to keep your eyes and ears open. You know, being a content creator on here, mingling with people. So yeah, man, I've been seeing a lot of crazy stuff on here, man, and I'm just being honest. People different, right? We know people different, right? But some things is unnecessary. Like, you know, I've been through a whole hell of a lot with my family, right? My family, I mean, some of the worst things that occurred in my life happened behind family. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to that if it's their own personal experience or if they observe someone else's experience. You know, sometimes family can be our worst enemy. That's a given, right? But I've never, I wouldn't even in real life, you know, you handle family business behind closed doors. So I would never come on here. You know, I mentioned, you know, the incident of my brother kicking me in the head, me losing my eyesight. My stepdad put a knife in my chest, but you don't hear me on here dragging them, airing out their business, telling all their business, you know, because, you know, internet is, people like to say this stuff ain't real, but it's real. You can be on here doing the most and get caught up in real life and get touched, you know, especially when it comes to family. And this is the thing too. You know why I don't talk mess about my brother and my stepdad? Because even though they did what they did, my stepdad, that's still my sister's father. You know, that's still their daddy. You know, my brother, that's still my daddy's son. You know, so that, to me, that would just be disrespectful to my dad and my sister. So, you know, you don't do all that, because you can, man, it's just too much. And all this, I don't know, man. A lot of the people different, man. That's all I can say. You know, people come from different places in life. They have different experiences, different environments. I understand all that, but it got to be some like common courtesy or something, some common a common understanding where people display morals and values, because just coming on here being ignorant, man, that to me it says a lot about a person's character. Safi, what up, though? Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. Mr. Gary Busted Down Brown, what up, Nine? Appreciate you. That just says a lot about a person's character. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, people come from all walks of life. Maybe in real life, I know. Like I just can't go outside and show my derriere, because there's implications, there's repercussions behind that. I my name, period. Like my character, all that's valuable to me, and the way I project it into the world, it means something. You know, I just can't. I don't know, man. I don't know. I got kids. I got a wife. I got people to look up to me. You know, so I carry myself a certain way. I think we all should. Especially if you got kids. Even if you ain't got kids, it's someone younger always looking up to you, even when you don't know it. But I know it, so I know I have to carry myself a certain way. I come out here, joke around, and play. We can have fun because I'm normal. I'm a human being. I enjoy myself. I don't try to be perfect. I just try to be better than I was yesterday. Today, that's all I do. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm perfect or none of that stuff because I know I'm not. I can lose my cool and all that, but you gotta have some level of dignity too before you start doing all this crazy stuff. Log off, man. Turn this thing off. Get off here. There's been times where I got into heated discussions. I'm like, man, I'm off. It's a wrap. I'm straight. I ain't about to be on here doing all that yelling and screaming and name calling and all that. I'm 40 years old, man. Like I don't do that. I don't do it in real life though. But that's why I say it says a lot about people's character. I'm pretty sure the stuff they do on here, they do in real life. And that's sad. And you see why people are where they are, This is why people are where they are. That's why I don't do that participation trophy. I don't sit up here and talk about I ain't better than people because I know I am. I just don't walk around acting like I'm better than people. But my actions, the things I do, is going to show that I'm better than a lot of people because I'm doing better. It's a choice. We all have choices. And the decisions we make have outcomes. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to do better, if you want to be better, you just got to do better. That's just life in general. When I was young, I thought as a kid. Now that I'm an adult, I think as an adult. I move as an adult. And if I'm encountering people that that's not cohesive to the way I want to be, then I get the hell away from them. It's simple. Look, like you can, bro. Look, you ain't got to deal with people. You don't owe nobody nothing. Unless you got some type of contract signed with somebody, you don't have to deal with them. I don't do it in real life. Like we talk about family, there's a lot of family I don't deal with. It's people I used to be cool with that we ain't cool no more, and it's fine. I ain't got no hate campaign. I ain't bitter about it. I just do my own thing and keep moving forward. People will go come and go in your life. So I mean, there's a lot of people that they don't know how to handle rejection, man. They be wanting closure. Like, ain't no closure. I just don't fuck with you. That's what it is. That's the closure. Okay, quoting scriptures. What up, though, righteous? Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. I'm just being real, man. It's just some people are in your life for reasons, and there's gonna be some people in your life for seasons. I got some people that I'm cool with. I only talk to probably 3-4 times a year. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I believe in, look, I deal with people for reasons. If we ain't got no reason, I'm a student of Neely Fuller, okay? I really believe in what that man say. I practice it. That's how I know it's right. Neely Fuller, he said, look, black people, if you ain't doing nothing productive with one another, stay away from one another. Because that way you can avoid all conflict. I employ that to anyone. If we ain't doing nothing We ain't building together. It can be something cool. We can be cool over. We can talk about comic books or something. As long as this is not hatred and it's not nothing negative, I can build a relationship with someone. I got some people I just watch sports with. We just talk sports. That's all we talk about. Some people we talk philosophy. I got a couple friends. That's all I do is talk philosophy. I got a couple people I met on here. All I do is talk psychology stuff with them. There's one psychologist I met on here. Man, him cool, but the only time we communicate is when, look, man, if you don't have a reason to deal with somebody, what's gonna happen is gonna be a reason not to deal with them occur. That's just what it is. If you think about your friends, the people you're really cool with, y'all got something in common, and that's what y'all build upon. And then you start figuring other things out. Okay, you cool over here too. You cool over here too. But it has to be something you building upon. Half of these people, look, a lot of this, like YouTube was huge during COVID, right? And we know what happens in time of crisis. People band together. But as soon as the crisis is over, what they do? They split apart. And that's what happened on YouTube. A lot of people was cool because there wasn't nothing else to do. But now, people out shaking and moving. It is what it is. People back at each other necks and stuff like that. Bronze, what up, my brother? But it's like, and I'm telling you, bro, we was talking about 2025, the year of war. Man, y'all thought the beef and the drama was lucrative before. Oh, it's gonna be crazy this year. It's gonna be crazy this year. People gonna be left and right, left and right. You will see beefs, and people like drama, man. I watch drama on TV because I know it's a show. I can't do it when I know it's real people lives. I can't. I'm straight. Because I know how that is. I worked in the medical field in the inner city of Detroit for 15 years. I can't tell you how many GSWs and stabbings and stuff like that I've seen all over. BS. People egos and pride. I'm straight, man. I like watching dramas and movies. You know why? Because I like to try to unfold the story plot. And I know it's entertainment. I know it's fake. That's why I can get into that type of drama, because it's more or less picking my brain. Or can I guess what happens next? In real life, I'm straight because I already know what happens next. Somebody go crash out. Somebody go get embarrassed. Somebody feelings go be hurt. And then they go take it to the next level. And you don't know what level a person is willing to take things to. And if you really got something in life to lose, you can't be playing with no crash outs, man. Year of exposure. 755, what up, sis? Appreciate you. My wife, she loves that cross. I gotta take a picture. I got it up here on the mural for her mom. I put it next to her mom's urn. So yeah, I appreciate that, sis. Y'all go over there and check out 755. Crazy, great art. I'm telling you. Sis is mad talented. Definitely go check 755 out. Yeah, it's been it's gonna get even crazier. I mean, the energy is just gonna rise. That's what energy does, man. And I'm staying out people's way. I'm straight. I'm good. I'm all right. That's why I don't be talking about nothing on here, because yeah, I'm straight. I'm good. But it's here, It's here, unfortunately. And it's not just a beef sector or this sector. Nah, it's all over here. It's this card collector channel I watch. Man, they was beefing over there. I'm like, how y'all beefing on baseball cards, bro? Y'all tripping. Like, like, man, it's just people energy is all off, man. You gotta be in tune with yourself, man, because you'll be taking on other people's energy. And that's why I be telling people, like, when people be like, oh, I match that energy, don't be matching people's energy, man, because their energy might not be good for you. I'm straight. I'm not taking on nothing that ain't beneficial to me. I'm good. I got my own issues. I ain't trying to take on nobody else's. I'm good. But, man, that's why I just stay out of people's way, man. I'm gonna just stay out of everybody's way. Look, I don't know. Is it? My wife was saying something like that. Nah, TikTok. I'm on TikTok now. No, they still rocking and roll. I don't know, man. I don't know what they gonna do. Yeah, but yeah, man. We gonna do a show tomorrow. Hey, look, man. I gotta say this too. Um, I know I've been promising to do a lot of these shows. It's just time. I just don't have the time. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I got two babies. My kids young, 5 and 2. So that's where all my time go. I'm only on here. That's why I come on at night because my daughter is still up and they're harassing my wife. I can hear her. So yeah, I probably ain't gonna be on too long, but um, so I'm gonna get to the shows, but it's just time consuming, right? So tomorrow I'm gonna do a show. It's gonna be called Know Thyself, right? We're gonna talk about the two creation stories, and it's gonna be what creation of God are you? Which one of God's creation are you? We go identify that, and I kind of touched on that before, but we go delineate. We're gonna really get into it because like I said, it's the year of war. So you got to know thyself, and you got to know your enemy, man. We was talking about that the other day. We got to know who the enemy is. We all ain't the same. Some of us are complete, some of us are incomplete, and that's from the Bible, right? We go look into that. I'm gonna show you that. Um, there's some incomplete people out here, bro, and they going crazy. You got to be able to identify them, but you got to know. You got to know this, right? And the Bible been told us that. I'm not religious or nothing like that, but I study the Word. I study a lot of different doctrines and texts, but I didn't read the Bible probably over 80 times, and not only read it but studied it. And there's a lot of allegories and parables in there, but you just got to know how to decipher and understand what you're reading, because even the Bible is, man, we ain't gonna really get into that, but it's from something older. It's from them stories are older than what they telling y'all. I'm just being honest with y'all. I ain't gonna debate or argue. If you know, but it's older. And looking at that and then looking at the older version, man, look, you have human beings and you have mankind. Mankind is a kind of man. Human beings are man of hue. Look at them words backwards, right? Take them words backwards. Human, man of hue. Mankind, kind of man. That's what it is. There's so many incomplete ass people out here running amok. They soulless and they looking for souls. Yeah, they looking for them. But we gonna get into it. I read it too. It's deeper than what you learn, man. And this and what you learn in church, and that's why, like, look, man. There's so many things. Like when people talk about the Bible, I'd be like, how didn't you just in the King James version? If you actually read it, it's two different creation stories, and people be arguing. They be like, "Oh, God told Adam and Eve to go forth and be fruitful." God never said Adam and Eve to go forth and be fruitful. Never said that to Adam and Eve. He kicked them out the garden and told them that their life go be short, but he never told Adam and Eve to go forth and be fruitful. It was the first creation that was made in God's image and likeness. Adam and Eve wasn't even made in God's image and likeness. Bible never said that, but people don't read. They just know what they pastors say. So I mean, it's deeper than what most people. And it's like I said, always just present the information. You do what you want with it. But facts are facts. You can't deny it's something that we all can read, right? So we gonna break that down tomorrow. I'm gonna get into that, and it makes sense. People ask questions. Well, when Cain went out to the world, well, who was the people? I thought Adam and Eve was the first people. That Bible never said Adam and Eve was the first man and woman. The Bible never said that. That's man saying that. The Bible never said Adam and Eve are the first human beings. Never said that. That was never written in the Bible. It's so much stuff, man. But like I said, that's what people do, you know. But reading it for yourself, man, you'll be enlightened, you know. And just not reading the Bible, like Righteous said, studying it, because you gotta, like, people don't, they just make excuses, right? Well, you just gotta ask God for understanding. Nah, man, you gotta understand. You know, understand that the Bible was written in multiple languages. So sometimes you have to go back to the root, understand what this word meant before it was translated, because that's the original word. What they translated into, people didn't even. I was talking to somebody and we were talking about the name Jesus, and I'm like, that name was transliterated. The dude didn't even know what transliteration means. I'm like, bro, how we gonna have a conversation? You can't debate me. It's not. I'm not saying no one can debate me. I'm saying a basic average person who go to, you can't debate me. It's not debate. I don't care about your beliefs. Not when we talking about facts. I don't care what you believe in. Even when people look, I'm built a little different, right? Like I said, I'm not saying I'm better than nobody. I just know shit, right? You can't tell me about a belief. I don't believe in anything because I know what the word means, to accept something without fact. I'm a factual person. If I don't know it, I go learn it. That's just what it is. I'm not fucking lazy. When it comes to information, I love it. You know, that's just what I do though. I don't know everything. I just know what the things I talk about. I know that these are things I know. Not only do I know it, I can prove it. I can show it. So I don't have to believe in anything. I don't even like that word. To believe is to accept something without facts. That's what the word itself means. You know, I was, it, belief just never did nothing to me. Belief, I use it more in an academic form, right? Belief, you believe in something to get to know. It's like a hypothesis. Oh, I think this occurs, so let me test it out. Let me go figure it out. That's what a belief is in academics. When you talk about academia, a belief is like a hypothesis. It's there for you to explain. That's the only reason. It's like a starting point. I use belief like that. Okay, if I believe in something, I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna look for things that goes with it, and things that goes without it, and things that goes against it. Man, I don't know if y'all can hear my wife and daughter. It sounds like Mortal Kombat in there. Oh yeah, man. If you see some of the books I got a lot of the esoteric books. I got a lot of the apocryphal texts. Hold on one second. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, you're a little mama. Oh yeah, she was going nuts. She went ape. Yeah, she wanted a bottle. But yeah, I've read a lot of the apocryphal texts. I'm still reading some. I just bought a book last year. Well, my wife bought it for me for my birthday. I haven't finished it yet. It was kind of dope because my eyesight all messed up, but she found it in large print, so it's in large print, so it's easier for me to read. It's just the time. I read probably 35% of it, but when I read, is I don't read to read. I read to like study. So I got to take notes and I cross reference. So it take me like books like that. It'll take me a while to get through because if I read something that sounds similar to something in another book, I want to cross reference it and see the similar. You know what I'm saying? Just get all that information so I won't have to go back later and do it. So that's how I read books like that. Um, so yeah, it take me a minute to get through those books, but it's well worth it. Because it's information. It's just things that make you aware. There's a lot of stuff that we unaware of, and the only way we become aware of it is if we make ourselves aware of it. We have to be willing and open minded to information. Just because something goes against something that I know, I don't exclude it. I never do. Um, I kind of that make me even more excited to look at the information if it's going against what I think or believe or what I know. Oh yeah, I really want to get into it. Yeah, man. I gotta work. There's a lot of stuff I gotta work on, and that's what I wanted to say too, because all this is for the free, right? I come on here, any free time I got, I put into it. But like I said, I'm a father. I gotta not only I gotta take care of my family too. So I'm a life coach too. So there's a lot to go into that. I don't work for nobody. I work for myself. So there's a lot to go into that. I got to make different programs, and I tailor everything individually to the client. So once I get a client, I mean, it can take me a day or two to get a program going for them. So you know, so these shows, I'm gonna put them out as soon as possible, but y'all can help me get it done quicker. Because the donations, really help. The memberships help. If I get paid, then I can allocate time to creating the show. So we got the chakra series. So right now we on the heart. I got to go through the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakra. Um, so yeah, y'all can donate. Greatly appreciated. The Cash App is there. Anything to do, but for the show, 25 a show, and I get it done. I make it priority. Now I can justify the time I'm taking away from my family because I'm being compensated for it. So definitely, and so yeah, that's a good way to help me get these shows out if y'all really want them. Other than that, just give me a minute. I do it like the show I'm doing tomorrow. I ain't really got to make no visuals or nothing, right? So I can just pull something up and we can have a conversation. But like when we talking about the heart chakras and how to unlock them, it's detailed. I got to get y'all the imagery, and there's a couple more components that I want to add to this one that I didn't add to the next one, to the last ones. But you know, you can catch those shows live, but McNemesis, you got to show your face, bro. I don't know who you are. Super sticker McNemesis. Yeah, bro. Hold on 1 second, man, because I don't. I know it say open panel, but give me 1 second. I do not know you. And people do funny things on here. What up, though?
Hey, nigga.
See, I know it. Yeah,
What?
nice day.
What's up?
Yeah, I don't play with nobody like that, bro. Banned from studio. You got it. All right. Yeah, and keep it moving. Any energy is energy. But we got a super sticker. I appreciate you, sis. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We got something for that. Oh, man. Why is my computer tripping?
When you get 500,000 or better, boy, get this money. Would you get this money? Boy, get this money. Would you get this money? Boy, get this money. Would you get this money? Boy, get this money. Get this money. Get this money. It was like.
Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. And we're going to put that towards the donation of the show. We're going to get that heart chakra show. We're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. Yeah. Take token side. You know, man. And some people like that, man. Yeah. Man, I've been called worse than life, bro. Like people like that just shows more about their character. You took the time to come up here to insult someone you didn't know because that's what's in you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing good in you. You know, that's all you can do is cause chaos and destruction. So, I mean, people like that, they parents probably don't deal with them. They ain't got nobody in real life to care about them. So, I mean, just giving them any type of energy, man. I'm straight. I'm good. Live from the kitchen. You're right. Hey, but I will say this. You know what I think about people like that? We ain't played this in a while.
Can you hear me?
Hey, you just got donkey punch him out of here, man. Yeah, hey, lucky I ain't in the mood because I would have had fun with him. I would have had fun with him, but yeah, I don't even feel like it. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I only got patience for my babies, man. I ain't got no patience for no supposedly be adults, you know. But you get that on here, you know. That's why I put the. It's probably gonna be a PB. You know, I'm straight, so no, I'm good. And you just keep it moving, man. You ain't gotta yell, scream. That's what they want, man. They want you to come out your skin, out your body, but uh, you command. Like I don't demand nothing. I command, so I'm in control of me. I'm gonna be cool, calm, collected, just like I'm always. Because in real life, I had two people say that to me in my face, and one of them left with his teeth. The other one, now I knocked a couple of them out. Even the one that left with his teeth, his lip was swole. So, and that's when I was younger though. Now, man, I just look at a person and be like, yeah, man, whatever. I might say your mama as I walk away or something like that, but I ain't about to get, you know, that's what I was saying, man. Don't feed your energy into them people. That dude don't know me, probably don't know nobody over here. Come over here and want to be ignorant for what? Because that's what's in them. They be trying to project all that hate and anger that they have inside and try to make other people feel like them. But nah, bro, we don't do that over here. We good. You know, we'll find somebody else panel to play on. That's an agent of the Matrix. Exactly. Right? And I just neoed his ass. Well, you blocked, you banned. Don't have to worry about you. Um, but that's why it's important too, man. When y'all doing content, I had to learn. I had somebody use the same profile as one of my people, one of my moderators. And when I popped him up, man, he started waving things. I'm like, hold on, bro, what's going on? I had to shut the live down. because that's what's in people, bro. They'll come on here, expose themselves, and then flag your channel just to try to get you up out of here. Like that's crazy, man. Like people got all that energy to destroy things, but they can't create nothing. It's energy. Just use it for something productive. But they not built like that. Like I said, some of them people just need some love, man. They parents probably neglected them, and y'all ain't seeing him. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looked like he was in a trailer or something. It looked like he was in a cubicle or something. So don't nobody love him. He probably got like 5 cats. So yeah, go play with your kittens. But yeah, back to what we was talking about. So yeah, that's a great way we can get these shows out. Support me. That's what I do. I create the content. It's just the time. It's just time. But we're gonna get it done. We'll have a good show tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune into that. I'm gonna post it a little earlier so y'all can set y'all reminders. It's gonna be an open panel too. So I'm gonna do a presentation. I'm gonna just show some stuff, and then we can have a conversation. And y'all know how I am. I'm open to information, but when we talking facts, when you start talking belief, then that's when things get I don't even know what it be, but I don't know. It's like I can't debate someone's belief. I can't debate it because yeah, I just can't. So what up though, Oreo Mouse? Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. Yeah, so we will definitely get into that information. And the reason, anytime I do a show, it is always intent, is because I'm trying to, give people information. I like to share information. I try to not to say I teach, but a lot of times if you don't know something, and I know, I guess it can be considered teaching, but more or less just share information. And the reason I want to share that because, like I'm telling you, we talked about the seed of the serpent. We talked about the seed of Eve before, so that's another variation of people. Not only the 2 creations that God made, but they was talking about the seed of the serpent and the seed of Eve, and it makes sense because the seed of the serpent don't have the soul of the creator within it. And even in psychology, you got things like sociopath, or really psychopath. Sociopaths are made through experience, but psychopaths are born. And these people lack empathy. Empathy is basically our soul, right? That's us being able to feel emotions for other people. And some people are just emotionalists. They don't feel anything. That's because they don't have a soul. You have to have a soul to feel. That's the inner being, is the soul. And there's some people on this planet walking around soulless. That's why they can do things like hurt kids, grape women. Like man, look, it's just something. It's done, but it don't make sense because, and I never could rationalize it. Like if a woman, even like when I was younger, if a woman said no, it was like I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I got a mom and a sister. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to have fun or whatever. But if a woman say no, then it's no. I done had women flirt and then did doing the most, dancing and stripping, and then when you about to do it, they was just teasing. Okay, you have a nice life. That's how it was. Like, I don't even deal with you no more. I don't like teasers because it's like you trying to set somebody up. That's how I used to think. And you got to think about it, man. I was in the street when I was younger. And I'm just being honest. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's left. I'm just telling you what happened. And it's been times where we use females to set up dudes. So I was always conscientious of that. Like if a female, like if I felt like she was playing game, I'm thinking she trying to set me up. So I'm straight. I ain't dealing with you no more. So I was quick to walk away from females like that, right? So now, that I'm older and I'm hearing some of these stories, I'm like, that shit wild. Those people are soulless people, man. for you to hurt old people. Like how can you? It was well, it was probably about 10 years ago. This 76-year-old man got carjacked and they like beat him up, slamming his head in the door of the car. And I'm looking like, how can y'all do that to somebody older, man? Like I know, look, times is hard. You know, I came from the dirt. You know, I never took nothing from nobody. Not nothing of value. Well, I never stole any material things from anybody. Never did that. But that's just me though. I understand because I was around people who did. You know, times be hard. People, you know, they go hit a lick. It never made sense because it's like once you run out of that money, then you got to go do it again. So why don't you just find a better way to generate income? You know, I was a hustler, so. But that, conscientious. Any form of child abuse, right, man? And look, man, my kid's bad, bro. I be wanting to. It's like I got abused when I was younger. You know, my stepdad, like he kicked my bro. He threw me through a glass coffee table before. I beat him in a video game. He choke slammed me through it, like literally choke slammed me, grabbed me by my neck and slammed me through a coffee table. Beat him in a video game. So I went through some stuff, man. You know, and like I tapped my son butt one time and I almost cried. I'm looking like I don't even, you know. But the things people, it was a couple months ago. It was a news story, and this was sickening because it wasn't too far from where I stay at. It was like in the next city where this mom and her boyfriend, I think the kid was like 8 or 9. Like they said this was the worst. You know, the little boy was expired, you know. But they had him nailed to the wall. Like they nailed him to the wall. A kid. They nailed, listen to what I'm telling you. Like people like that, they don't have no soul. His mother encouraged her boyfriend to do that. He had cigarette burns all on him. Like, what do y'all get out of that? You some sick MFers. Y'all sick, man. There's some sick people. That's why, like, man, you just got to be careful. You got to be careful, man. You definitely have to be like people like these daycare people. Like I tell my son every day he go to school. When he come home, I ask him about his day in school. I wish he would tell me somebody did something. I'm on their neck. I'm telling you, I don't even like him going to school. I don't like it. But you know, I'm married, so I got to compromise with my wife. You know, he go be in school up until he in the 3rd grade, and after that, we snatching him out. He go homeschool after the 3rd grade. Really, the second or 3rd grade. I think I told her the 3rd grade. But yeah, these people sick, man. These daycare workers, man. They catching them on nanny cams and stuff, doing crazy stuff. The kids, like, what do you like? You have to be a sick individual to want to hurt a kid. They was just talking about that nurse. Where was she at? It was a nurse breaking the bones of babies in the hospital. Like, bro, what is wrong with y'all? And I'm being honest, working in the hospital, it's some racist ass people in there. It'd be some people in there, and I'm looking like I had to cut in one dude. I'm like, why are you even working in the city, bro? Why don't you go work out in the suburbs? You know why? Because they don't want your ass out there. So now you stuck here working with a lot of people you don't like. Not only you got to work with these black people, you got to treat these black people. You got an attitude. Bro, go somewhere else. Like on top of a building and jump. Go there. Go do that. Like, yeah, it is. I'm telling you. Bro, I didn't care though. Like working in the hospital, I want to get some of my old people up here. Man, I used to, bro. I'm telling you, I didn't care I was in the hospital. Like you can actually, we can talk to my wife. My wife worked with me. They called her a couple times, like, come get him, he tripping. I remember one time I told, man, this doctor bit my sandwich and laughed at me in my face. Man, I tore the whole damn break room up. I'm flipping refrigerators. The microwave was bolted down, bro. I was trying to rip the door off I snapped. Like, bro, and they would not. I was trying to get to him when he went out that back door. They holding me back. That's when I start flipping everything. Like, I was about to put hands on that dude. Like, you go bite my sandwich and laugh at me? They like me. It's only a couple dollars. Nah, bro. I'm about principle. I don't care about the money. That was my sandwich, and you ate it, and you laughed at me like I won't do nothing to you. No, we go see. This is just a job to me, bro. This ain't a career. This a job, bro. You about to get hands. I'm gonna change your life. Both our life gonna change today, bro. I remember one time. I'm gonna have to bring my mama on here and talk about that. I gotta ask my sister if it's okay to talk about it. But I remember one day I was at work, man, and I lost it, man. I put hands on security guard and everything. Man, it was like, oh no, I don't know who the hell y'all think y'all is and what y'all about to do, but not my baby. Yeah, I lost it. Yeah, I'm a changed man. I'm a different man. I'm different, man. I've learned from my mistakes. I grew from my mistakes. You know, that's the thing. You know, I can look back at it now and laugh, but yeah, man. That's why, like, I just know, like, sometimes people just need time. You know, I needed time to mature. You know, and when I got that time to mature, that's what I did. I matured. You know. That's why, like, but I can tell you this: when I was younger, I wasn't having no kids. I didn't even, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think I was gonna. When I was 15, I didn't think I was gonna live to see 18. When I hit 18, I didn't think I was gonna live to be 21. When I turned 21, I did not think I was gonna live to be 25. But when I turned 25, I started looking towards the future. I started looking forward to getting older. You know why? Because I wasn't doing all that dumb stuff. I wasn't living stupid. You know, I changed. That's when I changed. I started looking forward to the future. But when I was young, I didn't think I was gonna live long. I did not expect to. I'm not even gonna say think. I didn't expect. I did not expect to live long. Me being 40, you know, every year on my birthday, you ask my wife, she'd be so mad because I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna sit my butt down and I reflect. And I'll be honest with you, and I'm gonna be open. I cry a lot. On my birthday, I cry because, bro, I ain't supposed to be here. And even being on earth, I'm not supposed to be free. And I just understand that was from the grace of the Creator, man. Somebody, whole bunch of people, all the ancestors was looking after me, man. They truly was. And they still are. And they still are because I know I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a reason. So just up to me to fulfill it. You know, I got to fulfill that reason. But yeah, man. So now when I look at people, I be like, yeah, they need time. You know, like wine. You know, when they make the wine, you don't just pop the bottle open. No, you store it in a cold, dark place so it can age well. Pull it out in a couple years, and now you got some of the best tasting wine. You know, that's how we are. You know, sometimes we got to go through all this BS to really chisel out or even mold the version, our final form, you know, our final version. You know, we got to go through all the stuff so we can understand who we are, you know. And that's just my journey. That's what I had to. So I always give people grace, you know, because we all get it, not at the same time, but sometimes it take a little longer for other people. Sometimes it take quicker, you know. There's some people quicker. I try to help people accelerate, but you gotta want it, man. You gotta want to be better. You know, it ain't just gonna happen, man. It's a lot of work, man. I had to isolate myself from a lot of people in a lot of different environments, man. Keep yourself busy with positive things, you know. I had to do that. That's when I got into studying all these different crazy things, man. I was keeping myself busy, keeping myself occupied. If I can stay away from the drama and the BS, then I won't get caught up in it, you know. So yeah, that's why a lot of times when people go to prison, they become like 5%ers, man. They get into that information. They start learning about the Kabbalah and all that, man. Start unlocking a lot of different things because they isolated. They ain't got nothing else to do, So you ain't got to go to prison though. You can do it here. You just got to, especially nowadays. Like it ain't like it was 20 years ago. After COVID, the whole world kind of shifted and changed. I mean, you can still go out and stuff, but it's not as I don't even know what. Now I'm lost for words, bro. It's not the whole communal thing is not like it used to be. Us congregating with one another, everybody kind of doing their own thing. This is a great time to isolate yourself and learn who you are. That's the only way you go really learn who you are is to take all outside influences away, and then you can hear your own thoughts. Because man, psychology is a mother effer. If you really understood the ways people, and we talk about manipulation, right? We talked about that. Influence is a form of manipulation. So the way people influence other people is a form of manipulation. Manipulation is anything that altered the original state. That's what manipulation is. When you tie your shoe, that's manipulating. When you put spaghetti sauce on the spaghetti, that's manipulating. Salt and pepper seasoning on your food, that's manipulating. Yeah, any change is a form of manipulation. So the way psychology works, man, influence is a hell of a drug. Attention is too. So, yeah, but we go. Luckily, I'm an introvert, so I'm comfortable in monk mode. Man, look, and see, that's how. I used to think I was weird because I didn't like being around people. Like even when I was younger, it was like I was a popular person that didn't want to. Like I didn't, I still stayed to myself. I didn't run in crowds, and the crowds I ran in, I created the crowd. That way, I can. I'm not gonna say I have control, but that's what it was. I don't like capricious, spontaneous people. I don't like that. I like to know what's going on, and that's because of the way my life was too back then. It was like any surprises. Nah, I'm straight. I don't need nothing to surprise. I need to know what's going on, so I know to deal with it or not to get out the way. But that was like the lifestyle I was living back then. So, but even now, it's like I ain't got time for it. I like to know what's going on. Like they threw me a surprise party, and I allowed it. But afterwards, like a day or two later, I told my mom, like, don't do that no more. Don't do that. Please don't do that no more. I don't like that. No, I don't like that. Because y'all fuck around and invite some people I don't want to see. Oh, man. Yeah, y'all fuck around. Nah, I'm straight. I'm just being real, man. It's like, I don't complain. I don't complain about people or nothing like that. So, like, they'd be thinking I'm cool with somebody and I don't really rock with them no more. So, yeah, don't do that. No surprises. I'd rather for you to tell me about it and then I can help you plan it and then I just act surprised. We can do that. That'd be fun. We can do that. But it was good though, because there was a lot of my family. And see, like, a lot of my OGs, man, because this shunt in my head. I had to travel to Pennsylvania when my cousin died. I was not gonna miss that. I had to be there for that. So I traveled, but ever since I got the shunt, I ain't been traveling because the barometric pressure in the sky, when it rains, when it snows real bad, and I get real bad migraines, and then I get these pressure headaches, and they something terrible. Like they bring me to my knees sometimes. So, like in Pennsylvania, I don't know if y'all familiar with it, but especially on around the Pittsburgh area, there's a lot of hills and stuff. So going up and down, it messes with my head. So and then just I can't really sit in the car that long, you know. So I don't really travel nowhere, but I'm about to start. You know, I'm getting stronger, feeling better. You know what I'm saying? I'm adjusted to the pain now. Like pain is pain. You know, just give me time to adjust to it, and I'm straight. I know how to deal with it. Well, I've been having pains, different aches and pains my whole life, man. I'm used to it. That's how I used to feel alive. Is feel pain. Man, I was trying to explain that to one of my homeboys, like, because he asked me why I used to do this or do that, and I'm like, bro, because I didn't feel like life was real when I was younger, man. Like, if you, man, like it couldn't, like I don't even know how to explain it, man. I didn't see so much death, like people you kicking it with them 1 minute and then they gone the next. Like they gone. Like it didn't feel real to me. And then after a while, you get numb to it. You get so numb, and then you go through things, and you have all these near-death experiences, and you don't die, right? But people just die. They just die. They get shot, they die. You get in a car accident, they die. I done been in a couple bad cars. I've been in one car accident. I got T-bone. The airbag deployed, and when it hit me, my head went through the window, the door window. Like my neck was like noodles. I thought my neck was broke. You know, my car was totaled. It looked crazy, but I survived. I had a friend of mine got hit in the back, and he ran into a pole. He was in a seatbelt and everything, but I guess the way he hit the pole, like the steering wheel went in his chest, and man, he was out of there. And I'm looking like, and when you see the damage to his car, it don't even look bad, man. But he ain't survived it. And it's like, man, I'm surviving all this crazy stuff and people. Yeah, I didn't feel alive, but when you feel pain, you know you're alive. Like, oh shit, yeah, okay, I'm alive. So, yeah, that's why pain reminds me that this was real. But some of the stuff, man, I've been through stuff that just don't seem real. I don't know if y'all ever experienced that, just going through, and it ain't just 1, 2, 3, it ain't just 10 things. I done experienced some stuff, and it's like I can't explain this. I can't explain how this happened and why it happened. I can't explain it. To Hershey Park before. I wish I can go there. I love Hershey. I played when I was younger. I played one football game there, but my family lived there, so a couple of my cousins made it to the state championships, and I went to go visit it. Yeah, but the Hershey, that's where the Hershey factory is in Hershey, Pennsylvania. I've been there on a school field trip when I was younger. When I was young, I think I was in second grade. Had to be. Like second grade, we went to the Hershey. It was like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. And then I seen the movie. I'm like, I was there. Like, man, all that chocolate is crazy. Like they got big old, I don't know if they still do it like that, but they had like big old pots of chocolate. And I'm looking like, man, that just look crazy. Oh no, not the noodles. I'm telling you, like I couldn't. And it's the crazy thing. Like this lady T-boned me. She sent her 8-year-old daughter to check on me. Like, what if I was expired? You to expose your kid to that? Like that's crazy, man. Like you hit me and you can't even come check on me. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, man, I've been through some things. But you know, that's life. People go through things. I know people who've been through way worse than I ever experienced, and I'd be like, "Dang, bro!" Like, so whatever you think is bad is always something worse out there. So I appreciate all the BS I've been through because it could have been a lot worse. You know, could have been a lot worse. Yeah, I'd be safe there now. You catch me about 10, 20 years ago, you put me in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Oh man, I would have went ham. I'd have been like one of them kids that turned into chocolate. Or like turned to the little blue oompa loompa. I would have been eating everything. Oh man, eating everything. I don't really do sweets no more. I do Reese cups though, peanut butter and chocolate together. That's one of the best combinations ever made. I don't know who decided to do that, but they geniuses. Matter of fact, hold on, let me grab a Reese cup. No, I think it has some peanuts in it. Yeah, some peanut butter M&M's. That's my jam too. I'm telling man, look, I'm telling you, my son do not like. My bad if y'all hear this bad. My son do not like Reese's. He don't like peanut butter and chocolate. My daughter, oh man, me and her be slapping. That's my little homie. But I didn't know my dad. My dad is like a Reese cup fanatic. Anything Reese's. He didn't find Reese peanut butter muffins. I'm like, what? The ice cream, coffee creamer. Here, Reese head. My dad's a Reese head. Telling you. He'll probably sell me for a Reese cup. I'm telling you, peanut butter and chocolate. That's one of the most amazing combinations. Like, this should be criminal. I don't want to make me fat. That's why I told my wife, don't bring that stuff in the house, man. Every blue moon, I get it, but you bring it in the house, I'm gonna tear it up. Yes, there's a who is it by hold on. I don't got it, but it's the same company. I gotta look on it. Oh. International Delight. That's who make the Reese cup coffee creamer is International Delight. I usually have one of them, but my dad was the first one to put me on it. Man, they got so many that company. They got man. Look, I don't. What was that? Cookie Crisp? I think it was Cookie Crisp. Man, that joint was slapping. They had a Cookie Crisp coffee creamer. That joint was slapping. Man, they got all different types of coffee creamer. That International Delight. But I like the Stone Cold. I don't know if y'all got the Stone Cold ice creamer, but the Stone Cold ice cream one, that's the one. That's my go-to. But it's they got that birthday cake one. That one be slapping. It's another one to be slapping. Well, my dad is weird, man. He put coffee creamer and sugar. I don't even like. I put it in just until it changed colors, just to get a nip of it. But I like Brazilian. I like real strong coffee, so I still like to taste the coffee. So, I just put enough in to change the color a little bit and get a nip of it. But my dad be putting coffee creamer and sugar. I'm looking like, man, I'm surprised you ain't got diabetes, bro. I don't know how that man ain't got diabetes. Like, I'm like, bro, how you go? But the coffee creamer itself is sweet, but he be putting 2-3 scoops of sugar. Like, if I don't use coffee creamer, I drink my coffee straight black. If I don't have my particular coffee creamer, I won't use none. Like I don't go to Starbucks because they don't have. I like sweet cream. I like the Reese cup, and it's probably like four other ones I like. But if I don't have a particular coffee creamer, I won't even. I just drink it straight black. I love Colombian and Brazilian coffee. What's like my mother-in-law used to drink that Turkish coffee. Man, that shit is so damn strong. You talk about espresso. Espresso ain't got nothing on Turkish coffee. You drink that Turkish coffee. I drank it black one day. I didn't know you weren't supposed to drink it black. I don't think I went to sleep for 2 days, man. Like it felt like I drank some damn rocket fuel or something. I'm looking like, what did this lady give me? Man, I miss my mother-in-law so much, man. She has, oh man, that was my dog. Yeah, she made that doma. I don't know if y'all ever had domas, grape leaves, rice, and meat. She used different type of meat. Sometimes she'll use like chicken. Sometimes she'll use beef. But she not only did she use grape leaves, she used to wrap it in onions. I used to love the onion ones, man. Like her cooking made me fat. She made me go not vegan again. I was vegan when I met my wife. After eating my mother-in-law, like she gave me this, she was like, just taste it, just eat it, put it in my mouth. And I'm looking like, man, you got me eating meat. I was sick, but that junk was so good. I'm like, man, I'm straight. I go vegan again one day. I'm gonna eat meat right now. Let me get some more of that. Makes you sleepy. Ooh. I need to. Hey, you know what? I started off with Colombian, right? That's when I started drinking coffee straight. I started off with Colombian, but see, I used to drink coffee as a pre-workout before I went to the gym. So that's why I was drinking it straight too. I drink it before it just gave me some energy because I used to like I go to school in the morning, I go to work in the afternoon, and then I had to put like at least an hour in the gym after I get off work. So I get home about 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm back up at 6, getting ready to go to school. I only went to school 3 days a week though, so I worked 5 days a week, went to school 3 days a week. And worked out 5 days a week. I had to go to the gym every day. And when I went to the gym 5 days a week, but I worked out at home on the weekend. I still had stuff at home. Like I do more cardio or I go hit the dojo. But I was in the gym after work because I work Monday through Friday. I work every probably 10th or I didn't really work weekends. It's blue moons I work weekend. But so yeah, Monday through Friday I was in the gym, and then on the weekend that's when I go to the dojo. Probably spar or just roll around the mat. Yeah, it's really man. It's so many. And then I got so bougie with the coffee. I didn't even like to pre-ground it. I went and got my own coffee beans and got my own grinder and made my own coffee. I ain't bougie like that no more, but yeah, when I was vegan, I did that, because I wanted all vegan coffee beans. Oh, man. I remember that vegan cheese. I'm looking like, man, you can't melt this shit. Oh, man. That junk is expensive, though. It's expensive. I'm like, how is it more expensive to eat not meat than to eat meat? Like, God, that sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. But I have yeah. But yeah, that's how you tell if it's good coffee. You gotta drink it black. Like that Folgers is decent. That's a decent coffee. I like Folgers. Maxwell House, I don't know, man. I used to have to put like man, it tastes like water to me. But I got family members who swear by Maxwell House. It's just you gotta use too much of the coffee grounds to make it thick. So even when it's a Colombian or it's just different. I don't know. But Folgers, yeah, they got good brews. That dark silk one, I keep I keep a quart of that dark silk, and I like their Colombian. They got a good Colombian, but it's the bean. What is the name of that bean? It's a company. They used to have it in like the grocery stores, but I don't see it. Like they used to have it in Kroger. Y'all remember when you walk in the grocery store down the coffee aisle, you can pick your own beans. Like they had a machine where you can, get the actual beans. I cannot remember the name of it. Well, I'm going to the grocery store tomorrow. I remember it. Yeah, but I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer because I'm getting sleepy myself. But yeah, we're gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna try to go early because my wife off tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to go early. And what's today? I think next weekend she gonna come on live with me. I think she said next weekend. My wife it's been 2 years. She was supposed to get on here 2 years ago, and she didn't. But she said she gonna do it. So, but she weird. She want to talk about ghosts. She want to tell y'all all the little crazy things that happen with us. So we're gonna talk about that, and then we're gonna talk about relationships too. Because I think me and my wife we got a very unique relationship. Like we really complement one another. I always say, people ain't perfect, but my wife is just perfect for me, right? She's just perfect for me. I mean, we complement each other. Like, yeah, she look out for me, I look out for her. I give her 100, she give me 100 back, and neither one of us lacking. So we gonna talk about relationships, and what because like she Middle Eastern, so like it's when you have people out of the different races, you always think it'll be complications, but I just feel like when you truly care and you trying to understand the other person, all that stuff is avoided, because it's culture differences, but it don't and it's never interfered with what we tried to do, because we established our own culture. Like she took on a lot of my understandings and ways of life, but I still honor hers. I don't tell her she can't, be her. I would never do that, but and she don't do it for me. So it's unique. It's just finding that complimentary piece. And I found mine. That's why like these relationship gurus, they be like, do this, do that. What I always tell y'all, man, find what compliments you, because it's gonna be different for everybody. Even the clients that I have, I do relationship. I'm a relationship coach too. So like even the clients that I have, I remember this one guy was like, this was a former client, so it ain't current. But his problem was she wouldn't submit to him. But she wasn't a submissive type of person. And I'm looking like, well, honestly, it don't seem like y'all gonna work out. I'm just being honest. Y'all just two different people looking at two different things. I don't know what brought y'all together, but it's more separating y'all. So I mean, you just need to evaluate that and understand what's important to you. And if it don't align with what's important to the other person, then that ain't the right person. That's just what it is. It's not rocket science. Like you may have a guy who built himself up to 100% take care of a woman, and he's not going to align with a career woman, a woman who has her own career wanting to work. He ain't going to align with that. That ain't going to work. Those two people ain't going to work. He needs someone who wants to be more of a homemaker. He handle this part, she handle that part. Though that's who he gonna mesh well with, and vice versa. You know, it's some women they be like, hey, 50-50 cool with me. You know, they want somebody, you know, to go 50-50. Then you have some women that say, no, I'm not doing a 50-50. And that's fine too. You know, it's someone for everyone. It's just when you put the wrong components together, you know, it's like putting the square in a triangle hole. It just don't fit, man. Just don't fit. So it ain't, when it comes to relationships, it's not a one size fit all. That's just not what it is. You know, you got to find the complementary piece, you know, and that's what I preach. You know, find that complementary piece and don't settle, because when you settle, then eventually it's going to be a problem. If you're not getting what you want, eventually it's just going to be a problem. You know, that's why there's no point of settling. And when you do that, you kind of miss out on you. If you settle, that means you ain't out there or available for the right person to come into your life. You done settle for the wrong person. So instead of waiting for the right person, now that you're with the wrong person. Nate the Great, what up though, brother? Appreciate you. That doesn't have a better taste out there. Ever had Blue Mountain coffee? Yeah, I like Blue Mountain too. That's another one. Who used to drink Blue Mountain? I think it was my uncle. Yeah, I was hooked on Blue Mountain for a minute. Yeah, Blue Mountain is cool too. Yeah, Blue Mountain is cool too. Yeah, Nate, I missed your show, bro. I wanted to hit that. You know, I got the babies, bro. Man, my kids are so funny, man. Oh, my daughter finally went to sleep. I don't hear her and my wife in her argue. I was kind of hoping she was woke. I bought her a tent for her birthday, and I put the little because we took her. She had one of them cribs that go into a bed because she only 2, so she don't sleep in her room. She sleep with us. But so I ended up throwing the crib out, and we go get her a bed. And I was like, well, until I get her a bed, I'm gonna just get her. I'm gonna get her a tent because she like my son got this. It's not a tent, but it's like a sheet that you can build forts and stuff with. And she loved it. But my son, you know, he be in his own little world. So when he in there with his little books or his tablet or he drawing, he don't want nobody in there. So I said, I'm gonna buy her a little tent. And they got the little starlights, you know. I had to hook the lights up to it. So she go in there. Oh, I got a moon pod. So it's like a plush bean bag, like a it's man, this look. When I had my surgery, I slept on that thing for probably about a year, man. That was one of the most comfortable things because the pellets in it kind of conform around your body. I still sleep with the pillow to this day. But so I threw it in her tent, so she go in there, and you know, so we was in there earlier, and we was looking at the little stars, and so yeah, that's my little buddy. I love my kids, man. I'm happy I waited till I got older because I wouldn't have been. I would have been a statistic. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was younger, I wouldn't have been a good dad. You know, I wouldn't have been a good dad when I was younger. So I'm happy I waited till I matured. You know, because now I just man, I can't even really remember life without them. They get on my nerves though. My kids are so bad, man. They're not even bad. They just kids, man. They just loud and adventurous. Like, man, my daughter worse than my son. Like climbing stuff, getting into stuff. She was 10 times worse than my son. And she has no fear. She can fall and she'll be like, oh, it happened that time. I'm gonna try it again. My wife, like, they get that stubbornness from you because your ass don't know when to sit down or to quit. Oh man, enjoy, man. It's a yeah, because I had a crazy upbringing. Like, first 9 years of my life, I lived with my grandmother. Then I moved to Michigan with my mom and stepdad. And then, but I used to talk to my dad all the time and go back to Pennsylvania and visit him and, see him and stuff. But then my mom and my dad got back together like when I was 21. I think I was like 21, 22. They got back together. So growing up, I didn't have my dad physically right there in the house with me, So being there for my kids is important to me. It's very important because even though I'm okay, I grew up and I'm good, But then I look around and I see, everyone ain't like that, not having that dad there, not having, either one of their parents there, I could have turned out different. So, I decided from a young age, like if I had kids, I'm locked down, I'm gonna do everything to make it work with the mother, to be there for the kids because it's not fair. And then, man, it's like I've been around. Like my sisters got kids. I dated women with kids, right? But watching my wife go through pregnancy, man, and even working in the hospital, I don't know how many C-section cases I had to sit through. I can't even count, honestly. I know I sat through probably over 200 different cesarean cases. Yeah. But it's just watching my wife go through that pregnancy, man. Like that, man, that did like. And when she had my daughter, man, she almost died. She had preeclampsia and the fluid went all around her heart and her lungs. She had to go in the ICU for like 3 or 4 days. And they just drained and trying to draw fluid off of her. She almost, and I had a coworker who passed away. Same thing happened to her after she had a pregnancy. 3 days later, they found her unresponsive at home, and she went into preeclampsia, and the fluid around her heart took her out. But my wife had fluid around her heart, her lungs, and her brain. The doctor said if she didn't get to the hospital when she did, it probably wouldn't have been good. But I'm looking like she went through all that just to give me these 2 little monsters. So I can't do nothing but be grateful to my wife. I didn't have to carry the kids. Like women, y'all women are amazing, man. That's why, like, man, look, I'll be honest with you. I do my very best never to disrespect women, especially mothers, because what y'all got to go through to have them kids, the women I can't respect, I just stay away from them. I just stay away, man. Like I'm good, because I honor that because that, that's life and death, Like people take that for granted. It's people who pass away after having kids, man. It's sometimes, and that's one of the most, like, it's some stuff you see on TV that I experienced in real twice. It was twice where a mother, told them, just make sure the baby is born and I'm good, and she expired. It was basically choosing from the baby or the mother who would live. I seen that twice. Man, that's real life shit, man. So the time we got, man, don't take it for granted. Don't use this time to be beefing and doing all that BS like the old boy did. You know what I'm saying? Coming up here, hey, N-word, like, come on now, man. No home training, don't do that. Don't spend time like that because time is precious, and you never know when it's gonna be up. So appreciate that time that you got, man, and try to do something useful for not only for you but people around you, man. Shit, you can't save the world, but you can help people around you. You know what I'm saying? Become a better version of yourself, and that'll help people around you. A better you is a better us. Right there on the screen, man. That's some real. That's the realest stuff. No, it ain't the realest I'm gonna ever tell you. But the better you are, the better the people around you go be. So become a better version of yourself. You know. But I'm not gonna keep y'all too much longer. Let me get my butt off here. I gotta do some stuff in the morning. I'm gonna have time. I'm gonna work on the heart chakra. I'm gonna work on that. We gonna bring that soon. Hopefully by like Monday, Tuesday, I should have it. I should have that done by Monday, Tuesday. Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you for donating to the channel, helping me keep the lights on over here. You know, we small now, but this gonna be the year, man. We gonna blow up, and we gonna go for a ride, man. But y'all know what we do. It's all about personal development over here, man. Becoming better versions of ourselves. The better we become, the better you is the better us. The better version of ourselves we can produce. We can be the example for other people and just show people. You know, I've been doing that my whole life. You know, you you talk to some people who knew me 20 years ago, they'd be like, this ain't him. You know, it's not him. I didn't do a 360. A 360 is a circle. I did a 180. I went from right to left. So if I did it, anybody can do it. It take work, though. It take work. And you got to use opportunities like tonight. Like that I could have went left, you know. Who you calling? But that's not. I didn't put the work in already. That's why I didn't lose. I didn't go off a beat. You ain't see me lose my cool. I just okay. Look, I don't want it. You know, to affect the people in the chat. So we'll just get you out of here, and we go keep it moving. Right? We ain't gotta do nothing crazy or none of that. We good. You know, that's real adult stuff. That's how, I mean, that's how you can move. So just me being an example, you know, I've been that. I'm used to it. So, but yeah, that's what we gonna do. So I appreciate y'all rocking out. Y'all know what I always say, care about how you feel. These are the conversations to build nations. And if I say anything that resonate with you, do me a favor, hit that share button, tell somebody to tell somebody, help me spread the word. And until tomorrow, we out.